fact is that we are passing through an uncertain and volatile period where the accumulated stresses of the past and the impending challenges of the future make a very potent combination. We are all developing countries and therefore among those most impacted by the long-term consequences of the COVID pandemic. Indeed, the catastrophic impact of that event is hard to overstate. It has set back realization of SDG targets very considerably. On top of that, the implications of the Ukraine conflict for food, fuel and fertilizer security have been additional stress points. Even otherwise, the global economy was witnessing pressures of unviable debt, deteriorating terms of trade, and hard currency shortages. The cost of borrowing, particularly for developing countries, has been exorbitant. This challenging backdrop is the reality that we must recognize as we explore new forms of cooperation. The economic lessons from these happenings are also something that we need to take into account. Clearly, there is a need to de-risk the global economy from the dangers of over-concentration in any single geography. But we also need to build reliable and resilient supply chains. At the same time, because we have now moved decisively, irrevocably into the digital era, we need to ensure trust and transparency when it comes to selection of partners. Now, both COVID and conflict have brought home to us the importance of food security. Disputes in faraway places have actually exacerbated hunger in many homes. And like during the COVID times, we saw little concern on the part of those better off about those who were not. Supply chains have also been impacted by threats to maritime shipping, accidents, or even extreme climate events. Since this involves such basic needs of society, the world is ideally looking for self-sufficiency. But if not, at least for close and reliable shoring. Latin America and the Caribbean are regions blessed by nature. They have the ability to serve as a breadbasket, not just for themselves, but for the entire world. But to realize their full potential, there is need for better technology, for greater productivity, for logistics, for post-harvest storage, and for more food processing. Advancements like drones, nano-fertilizers, and AI applications can make a big difference. These are some of the prospects that we need to explore collaboratively. The quest for energy security ranks only next to health and food security. Modern-day transportation ensures that no source of supply is too far. Our shared interests extend beyond orthodox fossil fuels to biofuels and to renewables. Initiatives like the International Solar Alliance or the Global Biofuel Alliance are noteworthy in that context. Let me also add that energy cooperation can be a two-way street. Indian companies are active in power transmission. We can also contribute to strengthening the renewable sector and perhaps even the civilian nuclear one in the future. It has always been our approach to share experiences and capabilities, especially with our fraternal countries of the Global South. We would be open to engaging in collaborative endeavors in the digital domain so that its benefits can also be availed of in Latin America and the Caribbean.